Alrighty, let's get to it. Our Capricorn little flow today. Music can begin if you're using it. Capricorn is a fun season. I think it really does a good job of kind of relating to the energy that everybody's in after the new year, you know, setting goals and working towards action within those goals. I am somebody who really loves to plan, and you might be that way too. And then to take the planning into action is really special. And it's something that we do on the yoga mat, whether we're recognizing it or not. It's moving intention. Why are we showing up? And then moving it through these poses, through these exercises, through these different breath techniques to then like let us feel it. And Capricorn is very similar to that. It's like, hey, look around your environment, whether it's something that's new or something that's, been the same forever. Like just recognize the environment that you're in. Notice what is true. Maybe it's true that your heat is on or the lights are low. Maybe it's true that there's somebody cooking in the other room, or that the temperature is a certain way. So just kind of let some truths settle into your bones and let that help sturdy and ground you throughout your practice. If you'd like to start in a formal seat, you can come to a hero's pose where your thighs are parallel and you're sitting on your heels. If that does not work in your body, a seated Sukhasana could work as well, where you're on your sit bones and your shins are crossed and your ankles are layered. And then maybe scan through some truths of your day, not assumptions, not like old stories or scripts, but like just what was true, what has been accomplished, what's been done. Can also start to close down the eyes if that feels safe and secure in your body. And then maybe the hands come to touch the thighs. The thighs are such an important body part of ours. It like helps us propel forward one step at a time. So as your eyes close, maybe you relax your shoulders and grow heavy through your seat. And as we think about Capricorn season, we think like mountain goat. And if you've ever seen a mountain goat, they literally scale a wall with just like little bits of edge to lean on. And that is their support, just a little edge. And it's one step at a time. Of course, they know they're ascending and reaching up and higher, just like your spine should be doing here. But it's very much about the journey. And I hope today's practice is that for you. One breath at a time, one step, one pose. We will end in our Shavasana and we will get to that point at some time today together. But let's not use that as the goal. Shavasana is not the goal. It's really finding beauty within the journey and along the way. We're going to come to a very structured breath to begin. It's going to be our square breath. You'll take a breath in, fill all the way up, and then for this first round, a big sigh out. Good. And then as you breathe in, you'll start to count to 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your breath and pause. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. 3, 2, 1. And then hold at the bottom, just pausing. 2, 1. Begin again. Breathe in. 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Release all the way out. Then pause at the bottom. 2, 1. Begin again. 2, 1. Pause at the top. 2, 1. Let it all drizzle out. 2, 1. Hold. Retention. 2, 1. Let's do 3 more cycles. We breathe in, pause, pause, pause. And then release, 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 hold, hold. Begin again. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, and pause. Final round. Take it in and up, grow tall. Take a moment to pause between, and then let it flush out, release. And then just pause again. Good. Come back to normal breath. It could be an inhale and an exhale through nose. And then just gently tuck your chin to your chest and stretch through the back of the neck. And then as you inhale, lift the chin, gaze up, almost as if you were maybe a goat at the mid part of your mountain, just kind of planning your route up, up, up. Good. And then exhale, bring your chin to your chest, look down. Notice where you've been. Notice there's really no going back. One more time, lift your chin up. Gaze towards ceiling, maybe even past the ceiling. And then exhale, come back chin to chest. Really nice job, everybody. Level your chin, and then similar action, just drop your ear to your shoulder. Take a breath. Move your head through center and drop your ear to the opposite side. Good, and then just do a few rounds like that. You'll pick it up, come through center, and then drop it. Good, do that one more time each side. I'm really, really grateful to see everybody tonight. Nice. Okay, once you've come back to your center, chin level to the floor. Once again, if you ever need to change your seating, you can. We're gonna do really just like a tease of cow facing arms. So what this looks like is you can bring your right hand lifted up into the sky and pat your upper back. And then your hand below you, you turn your thumb so it faces the body, and then place the back of your hand to your low back. Good. And then you'll breathe in and switch. Your arms come to center and then flip it. So your left hand comes up, right hand turns, top hand to low back. Good. Breathe in, center the hands. Breathe out, switch. One hand to upper back, opposite hand to low back. Good, and you'll just do one more time each side, letting your hands come through center as you inhale, and find a little tap as you exhale. We will get to fuller expressions later on. Go one more time. Good job, everybody. And let the hands go. Good. If you need to like take a moment and like squeeze the fists and tighten through the arms, and then exhale, release, relax. Just notice that difference. Squeeze the fist, engage the forearms. Maybe even bring shoulders up towards ears, almost like you're trying to like hide some of the rage. And then exhale, let that just drizzle off and out and down. Good, everybody. Let's come off of our knees. Your legs might be falling asleep. We'll inhale, rise the hands, lift the hips, and then exhale, place the hands to the floor. We're going to come to our first tabletop, our first like different shape to get more action into the body. Okay, with your hips right above the knees, where I want our focus to be is in the hands. What we're doing next is called Hasta Bandha. It's an energetic lock in your hand. And this is going to help you in really every pose that we go to, especially when we're on all fours. Okay, like think down dog, table, like side planks. Like this is what's going to help protect your wrists and engage through all parts of body. Tuck toes to kind of help even your weight. And then I want you guys to pick up the palms. Maybe pick one up at a time. Place the heel of the hand down. Take the fingertips to the ground and then kind of give a little tuck of the knuckles so there's air pockets underneath the finger knuckles. And then the base knuckles try to press down. Okay, and then do the same thing with the other hand. Lift it up and then place heel of hand down, then finger pads down, a little bend in the knuckles, and then a press down through the knuckle of your hand. So that's like you have your palm, you got your heel, and then the top of your palm is like the base knuckles, is what I'm talking about. Okay, with that engagement in the fingers, maybe a little backup of the wrists, just push into the ground, push, push, push. Feel that activity in the forearms, kind of like we just did when we squeezed our fists together. Can you lengthen through your spine by reaching crown of head and tail away from each other? Good. Press down into the toes. Keep pressing through the palms, the arms, the shoulders. Engage through your core. Good. You guys could be sweating right now just because of all the force that you're using. Do it like one more round of breath. Push, push, push like you're trying to push the floor away from you. Good. Then keep that bind and the energetic lock, and then put cat cow in your body by picking up the head and the tail. Okay, keep the hands, but then tuck your chin to your chest and round, round, round through the back. Really push away from the floor. Okay, we got two more of those. Belly drop, head lifts. Drop the belly, heart shines forward. And then exhale, concave the heart. Tuck the body into a small concave shape. Last one, let yourself drop to cow and then round yourself to cat. From cat, pull your hips to your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you and then tuck your forehead to the floor. Pick up your palms so just the fingertips are on the floor. Active child's pose, giving your armpits a deeper stretch. Hips still pulled to the heels. Toes are tucked to give yourself some more like action happening. Walk your fingertips to the right. Draw your hips over to your left heel. Let yourself hang. Just before class, I read something on social media that said something along the lines of like when our GPS, like when we take a wrong turn, our GPS doesn't say like, okay, stop, go back home. It says recalculating, rerouting. Okay, so when we take a wrong turn or we make a misstep, it's okay. There's other routes in that direction. Let's go walking the other way with our hands. Walk now to the left. Bring your hips over to your right heel. So in practice today, how this can be like applicable to our mat practice. If a pose doesn't work for your body or you need to take a modification, hey, we're still working the body. We're still stretching. We're still actively in our minds, plugging into our bodies. We just might look different. We might just take a different option, a different route. But guess what? We're all going to the same place, to the breath, to the heart, closer in connection to the soul. Walk yourself forward. Good, everybody. Place the palms to the floor. Pick your chin, your chest up off of the ground, and then drag your fingertips back. Come to kneeling. Sweep your hands high. Okay, connect your palms and then take your thumbs to the back of your head and point your elbows up. Take a little lean back. And then come out of that back bend. Stack hips and shoulders and then widen your arms to goalpost. Turn your chest over to the right. Your hips and your knees will stay the same. Maybe you expand open through the arms. Gaze behind you to the thumb. Okay, come back through center. Goalpost. Turn your chest, connect the palms, move your thumbs to the back of the head, point the elbows high, lean back, and then twist left side. Center, goalpost, turn, chest, keep hips pointing to the front of the mat. Gaze can open to the thumb, or you can always keep it towards long edge of mat if it just becomes a little too tricky. Come back through center, take an inhale. One more time, connect thumbs, but then just drop them in front of the heart. Sweep the arms high, breath in, breath out, hands to floor. Hasta Bandha, find that energetic lock. Drop your belly, lift the crown of your head, then shift your shoulders forward. You'll feel a little bit of activity in your core here. Then point your elbows straight back, lower chin and chest. Your bum might stay in the air. Then with those toes tucked, lengthen the legs and slither your hips all the way down to the floor. Toes can untuck. Hands scoot back, look forward, squeeze elbows, engage through your back, and then start to pick your chest off. Peeling ribs maybe off of mat. Staying activity, lighting up through the back of the legs. Exhale, lower down. Toes tuck, hips to heels. Move yourself to an active child's pose. And then all the way up to a downward facing dog. You come up to table, lift the knees, and then pull your chest back. I would love it if you guys could have really big bends in your knees, big pops in your heels, and just do a little swivel of the heels side to side. You're gonna learn a little bit of information about the ball mounts of your feet and the heels as they swivel. You'll notice they kind of like point in opposite directions. The heels are really light. The ball mounts of the foot are where all of the turning is happening. And then once you've centered yourself, it could feel nice to now pedal out the feet or look under an armpit. And from here, we'll walk our hands to the back of the mat. Take your time getting there. Once you're there, we're forward folding, letting the heart be heavy, the spine start to just take a hold of gravity. And breathe a little easier, a little lighter here. Kind of take a moment to just like collect your resources. What is keeping you supported here? It can go off the mat too. Of course, your feet are holding your body. Maybe your hands catch your elbows or shoulders. Maybe the mat below you protects you from the floor beneath you. Maybe you have blocks around to support you or cushions. Just realize what you can grab for when you need it, and then release the arms. Slowly drag your spine all the way up to a mountain. Close the eyes for just a moment. And on a mountain, if you've ever gone on like a hike, there's like many different like switchbacks that helps you get to the summit. And it's really wild because these switchbacks can be really strenuous, can feel pretty treacherous rather, to like recognize the scale of the mountain, how much has been accomplished and how much still needs to be done. So just stand proud and tall in your mountain, all of it, all of the steps forward and steps back. Breathe tall, long, and strong through each limb. And then we're gonna get like really strong in our legs, sinking our seat, bending our knees, and sweeping the hands high for our first chair pose or fierce pose. Good. If you need to bring your hands to your heart, let that be a different route you can choose and take. We're all working the same muscles here. Which muscles do you feel? If there's any part of the body that is offline, can you bring it back? Put your mind there, to the fingertips, to the heart, to the chest, to the belly button. Brief mountain, just release the arms and the legs. Kind of feel that relax after the tension. Good, and then pop your right heel. If you want to walk your feet a little closer together, you can. Right heel pops, and then sink both knees back into chair. Arms can go high again. Okay, now do a little pulse through your seat, and you can do a little short breaths out through the mouth. We got 10. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, lift up. Bring your right foot with you. Perfect. Cross your feet. You can keep your right heel popped. Grab onto your right wrist and then lean over to the left. If you want, you can try to solidify the right heel down. Just choose what feels better for you. Come back through center, breath in. Breath out, open the arms, sweep the chest, forward fold. Your feet are crossed. Take an inhale breath, lift it up. If you want, fingers can be on ground, on shin, on blocks, or you can even sweep them behind you. Feel that long spine. Okay, exhale, fold again. Okay, you're gonna pick up your right heel if you solidified it down, then start to turn your body. So you'll turn on your left heel and spin on the right ball mount of the foot. If that's confusing, it's okay. Just turn. You'll kind of get the hang of it as we repeat. And then fold to the back of your mat, feet uncrossed. Heel toe your feet wide. Heels will be in, toes will point out, and then drop your seat, lift your heart and your head. Find outer elbows to inner thighs. Press your hands to your heart. Lift tall. Okay? Take breaks. Not only to catch your breath, but also to celebrate the progress. So often we will just meet our goal and then quickly shift to a new focus. So here we pause, reflect, recollect, and then drop the hands, lift the hips, fold a little bit wide-legged, but your feet can be parallel. Keep your right hand down, lift your left hand to sky and twist. Maybe look up to thumb. Perfect. Bring both hands back down. Okay, you're going to step left foot back, then right, and you're in a downward facing dog. 3 times, shift yourself to a plank. From plank, come high onto the heels so that the tippy toes of the feet are down, and then sit your hips back up to the sky. Reach them back up to sky. Do that again. Hips come parallel to floor, your body's at a diagonal, and then those heels come high onto the toes. Perfect. Little bend in the knees, draw the hips back up to sky. Last one. Take it to a plank. This time, lift your right foot and drop it. Lift your left foot, drop it. Good, drop the knees. Really strong, everybody. Reach your right foot behind you. Drop the toe to the ground, spin your shin, real quick, gate pose, or a supported, modified side plank. Just to transition back to the top of our mats, look to the top hand that's into the sky. Lift your chest up. As you do so, turn your foot in so that you're at warrior 2 legs, but on your knees. Lean forward and then lean back. One more time, reach forward and then ease out. Left hand circles to top of mat. Turn your left foot so that it's aligned with long edge of mat again. You're in a supported runner's lunge. With the back knee dropped, then take your hips to your heel, half splits. Heart stays elevated over the front leg. Sometimes the eyes close so the heart can take a hold and be the leader here. My cat has been hiding in my laundry basket. She sounds like she wants to get out. Okay. That heart stays hovered for just one more breath out. And then inhale, return the bend into the knee. Extend the arms high into the sky. Can you stay low in your hips, but then take the back toe to a tuck and then pick it off of the floor so you're in high crescent lunge. From here, we're going to exalt our high crescent lunge by bringing left hand to back leg, right hand higher into sky, and then lean back into the support of your sturdy, grounded legs. Cartwheel the hands all the way down, frame front foot, pick your hips up into the sky, feet together, down dog. You may stay and catch your breath, or you can always flow and connect through this series of postures we call a vinyasa, placing your body in a special way. Move yourself to a plank. Those Hasta Bandha hands keep you strong. No dumping weight into the wrists. The knees drop. Okay, a little bend of the back, a lift of the heart, cow. Shift yourself forward and then lower yourself all the way down. Slither the legs, flatten the toes. Sweep your hands to your ribs. Squeeze elbows into the midline and lift your heart. Active legs, active chest, and back body. Okay, you can tuck your toes, go to a child's pose, active, or lead your hips up into the sky for a down dog. Come back to breath. Letting your mind kind of take a back seat. If the mind starts to tell stories or bring you off of your mat, remind yourself, I am here, I am safe, I'm on my mat, I'm in my house. Remember what is true. And then worry about what is reflective. What's coming up? What can you observe? Walk your hands to the feet. Continue to use the structure of the body, halfway lift, tall, long spine. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up to a mountain. A brief moment to pause, to celebrate. And then a chair. Hips sink, arms rise. Stay courageous in your journey. It's kind of crazy too, hiking. You like go up a mountain, then you're down a mountain. Then you go up higher, you're rising in elevation, but you're going up and down. Or you're switchbacking, you're going zig and zag. Right to left, up and down, north to south. So it's like this repetitive pendulum swing. Lift back to mountain, rest, exhale. Pop the left heel. Sink the hips again. Rise the hands. If you need to, bring them to chest. And then a pulse, a little pump and push, a little pull, a drop, a drip, and a repetitive breath out through mouth. You got 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Relax the hands. Bring your left foot into your chest. Woo! Catch your balance or use support. A wall, a table, a family member. Bring left foot across the body. You can keep the left heel popped. Sweep the hands high. Grab onto your left wrist and lean over to your right. Create this like crescent moon shape in the body. We have a new moon in Capricorn just around the corner on Sunday, actually. And this could mean something or this can mean nothing. Take the meaning that's most meaningful to you. Come back tall. Relax the arms. One more time, sweep them up. Grow tall and long in spine, and then forward fold. Let the chest rest. Halfway lift. Grow long. Maybe float your arms. Nice. Take your hands back down to the floor. Again, we're turning to back of mat. So walk your hands, turn your feet. It will be left heel is popped. You're turning on the ball mount of the foot. Maybe both ball mounts, or maybe you add a little twist on the heel. Just notice, where is the body moving? When is it like planning before it moves? And when is it just going organically and naturally? Lift up halfway. And then fold, widen the feet, heels in, toes out, seek hips low, pick up head, pick up heart. Maybe find a little resistance with the inner thigh and outer arm. Take 1 to 2 more breaths. Almost like hands at the heart. You're almost like clapping for what has been done. I really, really love going to Carmen's at Cosmic Corners Meditations and really all of their offerings. Something they said to me recently was, it's less about discipline. Discipline can sound really harsh and edgy. Less about discipline and more about commitment. What goal or what thing are we reaching for? And how can we stay committed? Hands down, hips up, fold. Take your left hand to the ground, reach your right hand to the sky, twist. Hand to floor, right foot steps back, left foot steps back, come to down dog. Come forward, plank. Bend the knees, lift the hips, down dog. Again, roll forward, plank, come to tippy toes. Bend knees, push heels back, hips up, down dog. Final time. Come forward. Tippy toes. Pick up your left foot. Drop it. Pick up your right foot. Drop it. Knees to the ground. Good. Left foot lifts off of the floor. Turn your right shin. Drop the left foot. Open up the left arm, coming to a gate pose. Your front foot bends as you pick up your chest. Turn your heel and toe out. Slide yourself forward. And then lean back. Again, forward. And lean back. Sometimes the goat is turned into a sea goat in astrology. Bring your left hand to the forearm to the thigh rather. Right arm up and over sky. Find a twist. And that flow-like quality, or a side bend rather. That flow-like quality creates those smooth, rounded edges. We'll bring our hand to the ground, turn the right shin. You're back in a runner's lunge, hips heavy, and then lean back into half splits. Take a float, a pause. 3 more breaths. Whether you're just going through life or you're scaling a mountain, it is tough terrain out there. How can we breathe easier? How can we face each step with a little bit more courage? I think it's just repetition of continuously going out into the unknown. Walk forward, get heavy down in the hips, pick up the back knee, float the hands, high crescent lunge, as low as you want to go. Or again, use supports. If that back knee's dropped, that's your body supporting your body. That's great. Maybe it's the breath supporting you. Fiercer inhales, softer exhales. Okay, exalt this shape by bringing right hand to back leg, left hand leans back. Good, you have like this curvature, spherical shape in your back body. Then the arms cartwheel down, feet step back, down dog. A flow or a break. Celebrate both. Come forward to plank. Maybe this time you shift forward, bend your elbows lower halfway, pause. Okay, if you want to go to up dog, flip over the feet, lengthen the legs, reach the crown of the head high. Belly can be on floor for cobra. Exhale, child's pose, or reach hips high to sky and go straight to down dog. Right foot will lift. Bend your knee. Open the hip. Warrior, just kidding. Three-legged down dog. Nice. From here, re-extend. Drop the leg. Bend the knees, pop the heels, swivel your heels over to the left, point your knees to the right. Your feet can stagger, your hips dip. Your fingertips on your right hand can get light, like a tent. You can stay and do leg squishies, or you can sweep your right hand up and over the ear and then find a little bounce through your bum, a little shift into the knees. When you're done, return right hand to ground, lift hip back up into sky. Let your right foot extend again. Take your foot through the hands. We're coming to a high crescent lunge. Breathe in, rise up. We're reintroducing cow-facing arms. For this shape, we'll bring our right hand up into the air, find your upper back. Left hand, back of hand to low back, or start making your way up the center line of your body. Maybe fingertips meet, or you have a towel, or use the fabric of your shirt. Then lean back into your hands, but still put depth into the front leg. Now slice the back heel down so you're opening your hips to warrior two. Rebend front knee, lean forward, and then pull back. You're in a peaceful warrior with cow-facing arms. Unravel the arms, extended side angle, rest forearm onto quad, left hand up and overhead. We're almost there. Left hand comes down, back heel pops up, and then pull your right hand into the air. You're in a twisted runner's lunge. Next shape here. Get buoyancy through your body. Again, find that like water-like quality. We love our Capricorns. We love our structure. We love our commitment. But again, like let yourself reroute. Let yourself have fun. Look forward, maybe like 6 inches in front of pinky toe, and then pull your knees together in a Shiva squat. And then re-extend your leg. You're in a half moon revolved. Stay with the leg lifted if you can, and then bring your right knee back to meet your front. Or right knee and left knee meet. Last one, extend. Okay, pull knees together. Start to lift your chest. Have your hands by your sides. Good, and then pull your left knee in. If you need to drop it to the floor for a moment, do it. Right hand to left knee, left hand to back pocket. Twist over back shoulder. Bring your knees together, but you'll wrap your left on top of your right. Have your arms to a T. Wrap your right arm on top of your left arm. Find a hug. Then sink into eagle. Full expression in the arms if you'd like. When you're wrapped and you're raveled, can you still find the sweetness of what this moment, what this practice has to offer? Sometimes we really have to take away what the goal is to really enjoy the journey. And Atomic Habits, a book I've read recently, suggests focusing on the system. Focus on the support, the resources, the commitments, and not what you're trying to achieve. Unravel, unwrap, stand tall and proud. After that squeeze, after that resistance, now find freedom and rest and a tall, sturdy structure of mountain pose. Good. And as if you just completed a play and you're now just bowing to the audience that came, bowing to the crew that you moved with, that you acted and danced and sung with. We'll do a little curtsy bow. Bring left foot behind your right. Bend at your knees and then drop your chest like a halfway lift, a little squat through the legs, and just a humbling of the heart. And then stand tall in mountain again. Sweep the hands high, reach for the sky, and then pull thumbs through center, hips sink back, heart folds down, lower to a fold, lift up to halfway lift, breathe in, and then pull hands to ground, walk back, you're in a down dog. Stay or flow, flush yourself to a mountain, your plank, basically mountain shape, but you're supported by your hands and your toes. Plank, and then chaturanga, lowering halfway. Come up for up dog or lower for cobra. Exhale, down dog, or pass through child's first. A breath or two. Let your left foot rise high. Open your hip by bending your knee and pointing the knee skyward. Where do you feel this stretch, this movement? Reset. Restructure. Bring your feet together again. Heels stay high, knees will bend. Swivel your heels over to the right, and your knees will point to the left. Get sinky and sunky through your hips, and then maybe get light on your left fingers, picking up the palm, tenting the hand. Maybe lift the left hand all the way up and over the ear. You have a diagonal with your right arm, a squishy seat, bent knees, strong side body, and then come out. Untwist, unravel, hips go high, left foot goes long. Place it between your hands. Okay, get heavy in your hips, and then rise all the way up with your palms, high crescent. Cow facing arms. Let your left hand come to upper back, right hand to low back. If that feels familiar, just switch it. Maybe you'll find your hands to your mid-back. Put more depth forward. Lean slightly into yourself. And then drop and slice back heel, so now your hips open. Long edge of mat. And then the left elbow goes high as you reach your right elbow low, peaceful. Unravel the arms, extended. Plant the left forearm. Reach right arm up and overhead. Keep going in that direction. Right hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Back heel pops up. Turn to your bent knee. Maybe bring gaze up to left thumb. Okay, look forward. Feel that water quality through your bone structures. Look to 6 inches in front of you. And then start to take your knees together. So you're in a Shiva squat with a little twist. Okay, then let that back leg extend like you're punching a wall with your heel. And then squeeze the knees together again. Bend through both legs. And then straighten both legs. Last one, bend. Good. Straighten. Then pick up your chest Left hand to right knee comes up, left hand to back pocket or reach it behind you. Knees can overlap. Put a little bend into your left leg. Arms can come to T or whatever you have space for. You'll have left arm wrapped on top of your right. Find shoulder blades or arms, or maybe pull forearms together. Hips sink a little lower. Heart and head lift a little higher. Forearms away from face. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Feel the depth in your thighs. Maybe even the depth of your being. Not just a body, not just thoughts, but way, way more than that. Unravel. Let yourself unfurl, uncurl. Let breath just move out of you. And then you have just that one more little curtsy and celebration of you. Right foot tucks behind you. Okay, bend at the knees, then sweep your arms back and lean your chest forward. A deep squat, a deep bow. Very low in crown of head and in heart. And then tall again. One more flush through with our vinyasa, placing your body specifically. Fold, maybe draw thumbs through center line. Then pick it up, chest high. Then chest low, palms to floor, hasta bandha the hands. Step the feet back. Plank. Elbows bend. Up dog or chaturanga to cobra. Exhale, child's pose, or one final down dog. We'll meet in child's, where you can hopefully breathe easy again. One of my very, very favorite terms when people talk about yoga, and most likely I do this a lot, I always call it a yoga practice, or hey, thank you for coming to practice, or I'm so proud of you for showing up today. Because like we were saying, the goal can get really messy sometimes, especially when we get lost on our route there. I love the idea of just like continuously training. And then it's way easier to show up to the gym when you're like, I'm just here to show up. I'm just here to train, not trying to reach a number on the scale or trying to be able to lift a specific number, but like, hey, I showed up today. Hey, I came to get a little stronger. How can I be a little bit more committed? Okay, for this next pose, again, it's wherever you're at in your journey. We're going to bring our forearms to the ground and pick our hips up so you're in a tabletop on your forearms. And for some of us, this is where we might want to stay. We'll just do a couple rounds of cat-cow and just notice what the difference is in your spine. Now, you still have a hasta bandha grip, that bind in the hands, energetically locked, but you also have it in the crease of your wrists and the length of the forearm. Okay, once you've done a few rounds of a cat-cow shape, then when your chin tucks to your chest and you're rounded in your upper back, then tuck your toes, lift your hips, and come to like down dog legs, but here on your forearms. And now here's where everyone kind of, depending on where you are in your practice, where you, what shape you're kind of reaching for or working towards. I think that's when yoga can get really goal-oriented, when we're chasing a pose. But again, I encourage you to chase the process. get fixed on the journey. One of the first steps you can take if you're working for a forearm stand can be to walk your toes closer to your elbows. Okay, maybe you start to stack your hips. If you do so, you might want to pick up a leg, open a hip. Okay, notice how that feels in the armpits. If you are working towards handstand, or rather headstand, maybe your arms create a triangle shape, a little shelf for your head to catch the back of the skull, and then walk your feet a little closer. Whenever you need to rest, come to a child's pose. Okay, if you're working any type of shape here, give yourself a little bit of moments to notice where the activity is, where it's easy, where it's more difficult. And then when we're done, we'll all meet in like a little bit of like an egg shape. Your arms can be by your sides, your forehead can rest to the ground. Kind of let yourself take a moment. And then you can look forward, walk your hands forward. Could feel really nice to stretch through the backs of the arms by placing hands and forearms and elbows on ground, then connect your hands in prayer. Elbows dig down and thumbs come to back of skull. If you have a prop that you're using for support today, you can even pick your elbows up onto that prop and then get your chest a little bit deeper of a drop. And then our last shape or so is going to be coming down to Sphinx. So the forearms come back down to ground. You can pick your tabletop up, then tuck your toes, lengthen your legs, find like a forearm plank, and then drop the hip pointers, pick up the head, and take your neck in a half circle or full circle, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Arc the chin up and around and down. And then go opposite direction. When you've completed that rotation, drop your chest, hands by your shoulders, pick up your chest again, come to a table, and then walk your hands to a heroes, hips over your heels. And we will find just a brief meditation. We really don't have much more time together, just a few more minutes. It is really wild for me. I don't know if I'm just over here teaching and in a flow state. But I also think a lot of students feel this way too, just like how quickly those 60 minutes go. And that's, to me, what I'm reaching for. How can I come into an activity or a space where time just like melts? And for you, it could be these movements, these meditative breaths. Could be driving, could be dancing or listening to music. There's so many different ways that we can experience just like that quality of water while we're doing something good for us. Let's take a couple minutes of quiet, of just sturdying and grounding and evening the breath. Instead of pauses at the top and pauses at the bottom, can you just make this one fluid, flowing breath? And it could be evenly in and evenly out. Samaspriti breath. Could be count of 4 in, 4 out. Or lengthen. Count 6 in and 6 out. And just let the brain decide what's even. Maybe even the brain takes a back seat, and then the heart decides what is even. What is the route to go? After 3 more cycles of following your breath all the way in and all the way out, probably one of my favorite realizations I've ever had on a hike is as far as you go in as far as you need to go to come back out. Physically, metaphysically, spiritually, all of it. However far you travel in, you gotta travel back out. I want you guys to stay in your inner world as long as you can. To do so, maybe you keep the eyes heavy as you find a way to get to your back, and trust yourself. If you're moving with your eyes closed, maybe come to table, then come all the way to your bellies, and then flip to your back like a pancake. And maybe you're halfway on your mat, halfway on the ground. You can kind of scoot yourself to a point where you feel right. Half happy baby or full happy baby, or any final postures you want to close out with. For happy baby, you grab the toes or outsides of the feet, draw the elbows towards the knees to the armpits. If you'd like, your feet can come together, and then you can press onto the shins and find like a reclined happy baby to a reclined child's pose. If you want, you can bring the knife edges of the feet down and keep the knees wide for butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or you might elongate all of the limbs and come to more of a traditional Shavasana shape. And feel what is true again. Whether you have contact to the body or to the earth, how can you find a breath to smooth everything out? Like we said, this is way more about the journey. It's way more about showing up to train than it is about chasing a goal. And if you've ever been in the forest, you'll notice like trails are made by repetition, people traveling, animals traveling them repetitively. If you've been rock climbing before, similar thing, you can see the path that previous climbers have taken. Even river guides, if you've been canoeing or whitewater rafting, like the guides know the river just by going it again and again and again, taking time to reflect, taking time to celebrate. So my hope for you guys as we continue in the season of Capricorn and into the rest of our 2026, even into just the rest of this practice, I invite you to keep taking moments like this one here to be fully and totally present, and just keep coming back. And build trust along the way. I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope you lay for at least another 10 cycles of breath, or maybe even 10 full minutes if your night allows. And I will see you guys back here on Sunday with something new. Thank you for joining. It's been an honor to share time, energy, and space with you guys. If you liked this practice, it will be up for you guys to repeat again and again. Enjoy your night and sleep well. Love y'all.